In this 2-minute video lesson, we will show an example of an interface. Now you can use existing interfaces, but this example will actually create an interface as well as use it. What is an interface? An interface is a way of adding some common behavior to a class. You will specify that you have certain methods in the class. You won't write the methods in the interface. You'll just simply specify that they will exist in the class. That allows people to use these classes in common ways. Our example will continue a previous example. It has a superclass that is animal and two subclasses that are cat and dog. In the superclass, we're making no changes at all. It's staying exactly as it was. We're going to make a small change in one of the subclasses. So one of the subclasses is going to have some functionality that the other does not. And we're going to specify that by using an interface. The interface only says that there must be a walk on a leash method. It's called trainable, and obviously only dogs walk on a leash, so you don't have cats walking on a leash. So all we do is specify the exact method that we're going to have without writing any of the code in the interface. The cat subclass is exactly as it was in the previous example. The dog class has an additional functionality added to it. It implements trainable, which means it uses that interface. And to implement trainable, it actually has some code in the walk on a leash method. Remember, the interface itself only says that there must be a method that's used this way. In the class itself, you actually write the method. In the test program, we're going to make a cat and a dog. We're going to make both the cat and dog state their names and also make their sounds. But in the case of the dog, we're going to make it walk on a leash. Walking on a leash in this case was simply saying I can walk on a leash. So now when we attempt to do the cat, we're going to attempt to make the cat walk on a leash. Of course it will fail because the cat does not have that method called walk on a leash. It does not implement the trainable interface. So we're going to have to put the cat's code inside a try-catch loop, and it will catch that as an error when we attempt to walk the cat on a leash, and it will say simply, silly you, we can't walk on a leash. The output verifies that a dog was created and the dog can walk on a leash. It also verifies that a cat is created and that the cat cannot walk on a leash. So in one case, we've added new functionality to the dog subclass, which is trainable, which has a method that says the dog can walk on a leash. In the other example, we've not added that functionality to the subclass. We have not made a cat trainable, and you cannot walk a cat on a leash. My apologies to cat owners. I know cats are trainable in some ways, but I've never personally had any success walking a cat on a leash and consider them untrainable in that particular regard. So in the next example, we're going to show some graphic work using Java FX. So far in the course, we've only done textual output. Now we will start doing graphic output.